The building is 510,000 square feet. The wayfinding is going to be much easier in this facility than the current one. It starts out at the road. There's signage only for the main entrance and the emergency department. So do you need the ED? Yes or no? And that helps you guide and come in the right doors. Once you come in the main entrance, you have this welcome center that's behind me, and there's two routes to go.
So when you come in here, I mean, you basically, as a visitor, you got two routes to go. You can basically go to your right and take an elevator to visit a patient in bed, all right? Or you can come over here to same-day services. What you'll see in a lot of areas is what we're calling a welcome center. A place where people can basically relax a little bit while, you know, their family member is in for, in this case, for an outpatient procedure. And this is where, you know, patients undress, they're prepped for whatever procedure they're going to get. They basically proceed out to wherever they're going. I mean, endo is right over there. The cardiac cath areas are there. The invasive labs are there, and the OR is right down there.
We're extremely excited about the ORs. To start out with, the technology is truly state-of-the-art. We are actually going to have integrated OR systems, an integrated OR system, which means that through the nurse station over here on the corner, they can control what goes on these three monitors and what goes up on that wall display. They can put up patient history, chart information, lab values, test results, anything that the physician needs out of the computer, they can throw it up on these monitors so that the physician can physically see it for himself. This whole thing is called a pedestal and an articulating table pedestal. This enables them to do more cases and not have to change the orientation of the room, but rather change the orientation of the table. You're now in PACU, so it's the logical step of where you go after you come out of the operating room. So you can see that it's an open bay system, so they can surge and flex depending on what time of the day as to what services are needed. And this is labor and delivery.
Pregnant women are not sick. And so you try to make them more comfortable than, say, med-surg patients who are usually acutely ill. So it's laid out in a similar kind of fashion, but the features are different.
At Meritus, what we've done is really separate the babies so each family has a space. So you'll see there's pods. Each of these rooms have 3 pods for babies, and we have 3 rooms. That's a little isolation nursery. So we have 10 very private, separate spaces for families to gather and visit. Much less crowded than what we have now.
Now a little bit more, the pediatric center's just on this side of the hallway, so I'm not going to have to be moving patients around. And it is a single room, and the other, at the hospital, it is a possibility of double. So it's a big, huge difference. And also the bathrooms. Is the biggest difference too, because they all private bathrooms.
This will be the ambulatory entrance for patients that are able to drive themselves here or have someone bringing them that they can walk in. You'll notice the very large information or welcome center in which there will be a security guard 24 hours a day stationed at, as well as someone to help register the patients. This is a technology that we'll implement after we move in, and it's a connection, an internet connection with internists at Christiana Care. They can monitor and see what's going on and watch for trends within the patients and chime in if they notice that something is not exactly going right or needs attention. But in the new facility, it'll be very easy to find your way where you need to go. There are 267 private patient rooms, 53 emergency department bays. There are 4 trauma cardiac rooms, a CAT scanner dedicated in the ED for the emergency department, as well as a general x-ray room, and an imaging department that is full of brand new technology. And we have a highly sophisticated pneumatic tube system that is house-wide. Currently, it's in limited areas of the current facility, and it's more of a direct route of sending one tube to one specific place. This system is extremely sophisticated, and it allows you to send to just about anywhere throughout the facility. The link houses the outpatient services that one would need to access, other than if you're coming in for an outpatient imaging exam. And On December 11th at 6 o'clock in the morning, the emergency department will officially close at Washington County Hospital, and Meritus will officially open. Any routine calls for emergencies that are received by the community responders, those patients will be brought here to Meritus as of 6 o'clock that morning. Mothers that are expecting babies to deliver will be instructed that if they are, if it's after 6 a.m. to come to Meritus as opposed to going to Washington County Hospital, where there will be 30 ambulances that help to execute this move. And we've been planning for over a year just how the logistics of how that day works to make sure that we've covered every base and that we're be able to safely move the patients and meet their needs. I'm excited, and I physically just cannot wait to see the patients in the room being cared for by our staff in this brand new facility.